Hi everyone, my name is Rachel de Guzman. I am your Sports on Purpose host. On this vlog, we will be spreading awareness on the most valuable life lessons learned and wisdom gained from playing, coaching, and participating in sports by bringing the most fascinating conversations with some of the most inspirational and insightful sports personalities in the country. You get involved with some charitable works, such as Project Pearls. I saw this on your blog, which helps the poorest of the poor children to have a better life by empowering them through education. So why is giving back to the community and helping those who are in need important to you?
I think it was last year I got involved with Project Pearl. I went with a very special friend of mine, a very good friend of mine. We joined this Project Pearl where we went to the poorest of the poor. We've helped out, shared our talent, our financial, etc. I think you should give back to the poor, etc. To the less fortunate. You should not be selfish. But I also feel like, I'll give you an example. When I run every day, I carry about 5 or 6 50 pesos in my pouch. So I'm sure you've seen when you run, hindi ba? You see a guy na pilay or this little boy begging for money. I mean, just give him $50, and that already is charity. You don't have to tell the world, "Uy, I gave here, I gave there, I gave there." No, make it come from your heart. And not only because Christmas, it's not only you should only give Christmas. No, it should be like every day. So that's what I wanted to share. Just carry some change, etc. I'm sure when you cross that bridge over Ayala, Makindi, main naghihintay dyan. People begging for money. I mean, just give a little of yourself. If you can join a charity, that will also be great. But charity starts everywhere. Helping everyone, each individual you see in the road, in the street. That's the way I see it now, being involved, helping.
Wow. So I'm not only learning about your running journey here, I'm also, being inspired by your kindness and your generosity. Yeah. Wow. This is amazing. Oh, so you run the Avon Pink Light run. That's in 2019. It was a fundraising event to support the Philippine Cancer Society. How is running for a cause different from usual road running races that you would normally sign up for?
The reason I joined the Avon Cancer race, I joined that with a very special friend of mine who I love in my heart very much. And we joined that race not to win a medal, but support. It was a cause that we wanted to do. We basically walked most of the race, but that doesn't matter. The reason we joined is to support a cause, Cancer Society, to help people in need, to donate, to make them a better life, to understand how they feel. That's the reason why I joined this Avon Cancer Society race. It was very memorable, not because I finished the race, but it's what we gave back to help society. That's basically it.
And by joining that race for a cause, you also encourage people to do the same. And you're just a driving force in the, huge driving force in the running community. And I'm sure when many people saw you there, they were sort of, if he's doing it, I should do that too. You just inspire. Yeah, wow. So I read, this really fascinated me because not all people can do this. This is about you prioritizing running. So you said running is my life, where almost everything takes a back seat or has to work around it.
Yeah.
So my question is, has running ever become an obstacle or hindrance to you in terms of getting other important things in your life done?
In the beginning, when I started running, I would not deny it became an obstacle. Meaning is why is uh, I would prioritize it over sometimes family, work, and so on. Um, for the people around me, in the beginning, they could not understand it. They couldn't understand why is he prioritizing, why is Patrick prioritizing running to anything else. But as time went on, they realized that running is what made me a better person so I can make things better for them. It became a tool a, to make things better. It took them a while to understand, but now they do understand. A few of people very close to my heart, like my mom, she even told me, "Patrick, go for a run," you know, or my even my daughter would say, "Pa, come on, just go for a run. I think you have
Yeah.
to burn it out. You're driving it. Go," you
Wow,
know.
they're so
So, you know,
understanding. Yeah.
now they instead of me understanding, sila na nakakaintindi. Parang sila, umalis ka na, tumakbo ka na, sige, you know, just
Wow.
really loud, think. So that's in a way it has turned it's turned around. Instead of me being instead of I being selfish, now they tell me go na, you know.
Wow. Such an incredible family that you have. They're very supportive of your passion for running. The next one, we've already touched on this. When you said that you don't always rise and shine, eager to fly out the door, but what makes you get up anyway?
Uh, it's something I enjoy. I have this very in my head quote that I say to myself: feelings don't think. When you feel, if you always use your feelings, you'll never wind up with just I. When you wake up, sometimes you don't feel like doing it. You just want to watch TV or just stay in bed the whole day. That's how you felt for the moment. But when
Yeah.
everything is all already okay, when things are already calmed down, then the first thing I'll do is say my morning prayer and lace up and go. And once you start to run again, when you start to run, then you realize how important running is. It's like I've always said, no, some people think running is para pumayat, to lose weight, or because I have to exercise to feel better. But no, it becomes already a way of life. Eh? It is you. It's a
Mm.
part of you. It's like in a way like brushing your teeth in the morning. You know, it
Mm.
becomes you, and that's very important. And with running, it makes you a better person, and it makes every day a better day, not only for me but for the people around me.
Wow. So my takeaway from that is, yeah, whenever I feel, let's say, lazy or my body feels very sluggish, I'm just gonna think that feelings don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's definitely my takeaway from that, and I'll just have to go for it. How do you get in the flow or Zen state when you run?
okay, to give you an idea, okay, now I'm quite old. I'm 57 years old. So of course I don't deny that the pace is going. I'm not as fast as I used to be. I think I recovery is not as fast anymore, but I still try to run at least 16 kilometers a day.
Wow,
Um,
at least.
14, 16 depends on with how I feel, but basically 14 to 16 a day, that's how much I run. And somewhere around the 10 kilometer, that's when I hit my zone. That's where I think it's a out of body experience where the soul takes over and the body just follows. Yeah, the pain goes away. My mind is just in like a funnel of just thoughts and happiness. It's like LSD. Okay, I've never tried that, but I guess yeah, that's how it is. You just get into the zone where you physically do not hurt anymore. Not even hurt. If you there's no physical discomfort anymore, but it's just basically a free flowing of energy, of positive energy.
Wow.
And that's where I start to enjoy and enjoy life. Of course, I'd like to do longer runs, but I see the thing that is, I'd like to run the next day again, so I cannot, do more than 16 at least a day.
You have to hold back a little bit for you to be able to run the following day.
Parang ganun, yeah.
Yeah. But 16 kilometers a day is already a lot, no, for me. Wow. You're doing such an incredible job. Yeah, in terms of consistency and the mileage that you put in each week. That's so amazing. You once mentioned that instead of getting stuck in the mire of midlife madness, you just try to embrace every moment with deep appreciation. You've been aging gracefully. Yeah, but you've been aging gracefully. How does running help you develop this kind of mindset towards aging?
As a person age, but I've always said, and I will even quote George Sheehan, he's my mentor in running. As one age, the body deteriorates. We slowly are dying, and eventually we'll get there. One day we will all die, but it's the journey that makes the difference in life. Running is the tool to in that journey to be happy. If you overthink of your age, etc., nothing will ever happen. Just enjoy life. Live for the day, have fun, and just be positive. That's the way I've always really seen it.
Wow. So even before there was blogging, you were already journaling. So you write running experiences on quote unquote Cattleya notebook that you purchased from Alimar's bookstore. Why are journaling and blogging so important to you? I mean, there are so many, let's say, athletes or runners that also have very rich experience, but that blogging is not really their thing. Journaling is really not their thing. But why is this your thing, and why is this important to you that you get to write your running experience?
Well, basically, number one is I like writing, and every day when I run, since May of 1980, I would have this Cattleya notebook. I don't know if you're very familiar. It's this.
I am.
Oh, yes.
With string.
With string, yes. Then I would write the time, the day, how many kilometers I ran for the day, the distance, what I ate, and how I felt. Then I would write a little short story of I saw, and for example, when I was running, I saw this old lady. We stopped by, we talked for a while, and we shared ideas. And she gave me a little words of wisdom, and I shared a little of mine. And I would do that almost every day, little stories. And slowly there, I started building it up. And I still have those Cattleya notebooks.
Wow.
I still have them. They're already brown on the side, but and it's nice to reflect. You see the people you have encountered, in a janitor, the jardinero of your neighbor, and you talk about about life and so on. And
nice.
I think that's what's nice. It's not basically running the mileage. It's the people, the experience you see, you feel, during your run. And that for me was the best experience. It's not anymore sometimes it's not the mileage or how far you've run, but it's basically what you've experienced. Do you know that when the sun comes up, the best time to get a tan is that, there's things that, like, do you know that when it go under, when it starts to thunder, much as possible, just get home because you might be hit by thunder, things like that. But most of all, you know that your neighbor who has a gardener has kids that he's working hard for them to study. You learn life.
Yes,
That I think
yes.
is the most
Wow.
important thing. It's a journey of understanding of life.
Wow.
You know.
I'm blown away by your answer again. Wow. Wow, just wow. Just so you know, I've been reading your blogs and I've been stalking you for several weeks already. I'm just so fascinated with your story.
Thank you.
So in 2013, you said you created an FB account and an IG account a few years after. If it wasn't for social media platform like IG and FB, I would never have discovered or met you. I think I've met you through Coach Vince's Invincible Running group.
Yes,
On
that's right.
Facebook, yeah. And you have been such an incredible inspiration to me and to the people around you. What part of what part of engaging with social media do you like most?
Oh, what I like about social, I was really, the only thing I like is blogging, because when you say blogging, is basically is you just share your thoughts, your ideas. But then of course, when FB and IG came to the picture, I decided to join that platform of social media to share your ideas, to reach out. I also learn a lot of things from other people. I learn a lot of things from you. I've seen your determination, and it's nice to interact. Of course, social media is not the real world. It is only a platform to understand things, but it is not life. Life is, it's good, but life is still the interaction with other people face to face, not only writing, and sharing ideas. When you put something in social media, you don't feel that energy. It's that's the key. It's not like when you talk to somebody face to face, you can feel the aura of energy, of positivity, and that's the experience that I would like your viewers, runners to feel. It's the energy of positivity, of making life better. And I see that always in running.
Wow, thank you. One of the great things that I'm really fascinated about you is that you sort of, it really comes across like you seem so cool. Like in your post, you would normally do a walkie pose, and your pictures are just so amazing. And there's really always a story behind it. You put it on your captions. And then when I bump with you in one of my runs, or not just once, probably twice or thrice, and then you said hi, and we were really like, we didn't really met before in person, but I really felt your sincerity, and I really felt that, oh, he's a really cool person. He's really approachable, and he's very approachable and kind. And talking to you now, I can really feel that, even if this is just in Zoom. So but I'm saying that because there are people that I've met before who seem really cool on social media, but then when I get to meet them in person, they're the total opposite. That's why, I said that. But you are, even more genuine and kind in person. Yeah, that's what makes you so inspirational and fascinating. you've gone through obviously so many milestones and life-changing moments in the past, and obstacles along the way there are so many obstacles along the way that you had to overcome. In 2018, your eldest daughter got married. And yeah, and is happily living in Boston. And you've joined 9 road races, 2 bike events, 2 duathlons in 2018, in that same year. But, okay, you got hit by a motorcycle while biking and had to face some realities that, rocked you. How did you stay strong all these years? How did you deal with the life-changing moments in your life?
Okay. To give you a little background, is I basically running as my first love, but now sometimes I would bike because, like I said, the legs cannot run every day anymore. So sometimes I would run twice. I would bike twice a week around here in Makati or BGC or MOA. There was one incident. I was biking around here, Makati. I think it was 5 a.m. and I got hit by a motorcycle from behind. I was knocked out. All I remember, I was knocked out, and the tanod was helping me na lang and bring me to the barangay hall. And I couldn't recall anything. I was just at the total daze. And I cried because, I've learned the lesson that, hey, I am not mortal. I am a human being, I get hurt physically and emotionally as the next person, But instead, I think what I'd like to share here also is when I got hit by the motorcycle, it was my fault. I was reckless. I made a U-turn where I shouldn't. So the guy in the motorcycle had he got a little body injury and his motorcycle broke, and I paid for it. It's okay. It's my fault. Why fight? Why fight? I mean, learn from it, That's what I've learned. So I took care of his expenses, and everything is good now. But I think the one thing I've learned from that motorcycle accident is I am not mortal. I am like everybody else. And like running, when you cross that street, when you decide to beat the motorcycle or jeepney, always be careful. No, sometimes that one mistake can end it all. No? So that's what I've learned in this biking incident.
Wow, I'd be more careful.
Yes.
Yeah, especially when crossing the streets, especially intersection in Makati. So busy, it can get so busy sometimes. Well, the way you handled that situation, the way you felt so accountable for what happened and not blaming anyone else for what happened is really admirable. Wow, you're very down to earth, and you're very in touch with reality. Yeah, thank you for that.
You have to, it's acceptance. I mean, rather than always say, no, accept it. Kung kasalanan mo, admit it, apologize, and rectify it. I think that's the most important.
Not all people will have the courage to accept their mistakes. That's true. It happens all the time. It happens all over the place.
Yes.
And for you to have that kind of mindset, I mean, because you're successful, not just in running, but you're a successful man. But for you to have that kind of mindset, for you to feel accountable, and for you to admit your own mistakes, it's just amazing. I don't know anymore how to describe it, but yeah, that's thank you. So on being a father, this caused me to get a bit emotional when I was reading your letter to your daughter. I'm not gonna read it anymore because it's quite long. The viewers can just, we will direct them to your blog if they want to read this. So you wrote a heartfelt letter to one of your daughters in Tagalog language.
In Tagalog,
This,
yeah.
yeah. That's why I think it was, yeah, very heartfelt. This letter has touched my heart. And I got a bit teary-eyed while reading it. So let's just talk about you being a father. What do you like most about being a dad?
The eldest one, like I said, my daughter Frankie lives in the United States, and she's married. She's married to a wonderful man, white guy, named a white guy, and my other daughter's here in Manila. Kids are my kids are my priority. They are my heart. I live for them. And that's how it should be also. You have to live for your kids. You have to, yes, running is important. I agree with that. But family also is important. And my kids are family. They are the most important people in my life, and my parents. So, yes.
Well, the next question is, what is the most difficult part of being a father?
There's really no difference. There's no nothing difficult about being a father.
Wow.
My kids and I, we are friends. They can tell me anything they want.
Wow.
I can tell them we are very open. We share ideas. We are best friends. I think the hardest is only now because this Christmas, because we can't be together. Because of this pandemic, and it's very painful, but it will be a quite empty Christmas for me, but that's okay. You like I said, you have to accept things, and gagawa na paraan. We will go to Zoom, etc. We send gifts and so on. That's how it should be. No, they are the most important people in my heart.
Wow.
I have two girls,
Wow, yeah. And I've been seeing your posts, like when you sometimes go out with one of your daughters and then you call them daughter one, daughter number one, daughter number two. And yeah, it seems like you're always having so much fun bonding with each other whenever you go out. Yeah, that's great. See, that's also one of your, I think, one of the things that you represent really well. I mean, of course, I'm sure your followers in Facebook and Instagram could really like learn from that. You're just a multifaceted person. You're not just a businessman, you're also a runner, you're also have established very good relationships with your children. So that's really amazing. So, I read from one of your blogs. I'm not going to quote anymore because I will just end up laughing the entire time. But you seem to have a great sense of humor. Again, viewers, you can just go to his blog to find out what I'm talking about right now. So how does having a sense of humor help you tackle day-to-day challenges?
Well, some people see it as a sense of humor. I see it as that's a reality of life. Life is funny, it's only it's funny because yan ang totoo eh. That's how it is. I like being positive. I don't like being sentimental and always thinking of the worst. I always look at things in a brighter idea, and I like making fun of myself. I like making fun of the situation. I think when you're too serious, it gets to be boring. Eh? It's nice to tell the world in another, looking at the world the others upside down. That's the way I see it. It's funny is nice. Humor is nice. It keeps us young. Keeps us happy.
Yeah. I like that you said that you like making fun of yourself.
Yeah.
The best people I know are capable of doing that because they have such high self-esteem that they don't really mind. And, as long as they're having fun, they don't really, or as long as they're enjoying themselves, they don't really care what other people are thinking about what they're doing. So that's really great. What are other significant things you're able to do or accomplish because of running? I know you're like already accomplished, but are there any other like passions or other significant things you're able to accomplish because of running?
Well, basically, like I think it helps me in my job, of course. I work in a family corporation at Concepcion Industries. We make air conditioning and so on, refrigerators, Condura. It helps me make better decisions. It also makes me understand people. When I work with my people, I understand how they feel. I tell them how I feel. I put heart in them. I don't treat them like robots. I treat them like
Wow.
human beings. I think that's very important. There
Mhm.
should be that human touch, that touch that I need you. Rather, I need you. That's very important. You cannot be selfish now. That's the accomplishment that I've seen running has helped with me. Of course, there are
Wow.
the things, writing and so on. That's me, my soul that I share with people. You're looking at in my eyes, what you when you look into my eyes, you see my soul. That's the way I see it when I write. But yes, everything in me revolves around running. It has made me what I think I am today.
Wow. Wow. Again, going back to how like fascinated I am in terms of your humility and humbleness. I mean, because not all business owners or successful, I mean, corporations would really treat their people the way you treat them. You obviously treat them so well. And
Thank you.
yeah, that's why I feel so honored to talk to you today. I couldn't believe that I can't believe that I'm actually talking to you right now. I'm still I'm still in awe. Wow. Um, let's go to your experience as a race organizer. What well, running a marathon is one thing, but organizing a running event is another. We're talking
Mhm.
about the Condura Skyway Run, which I really regretted that I wasn't able to to join because I wasn't a runner.
The founder of the Condura Skyway Marathon is really my brother. He's younger than me. His name is Patrick Concepcion. Um, in the year 2008, he approached me, goes, "Hi, Pat, what do you think of us organizing a Condura running event?" I said, "Yes." And boom, from then on, we started every year. My brother Ton was he is the boss. That's what I always say. How running helps. My brother is younger than me. I think he's 7 years younger, but he is the boss. So I treated him as the boss during the race. It is not anymore because I am the El Kuya or whatever. It's I respected him, and he was very qualified. So he handled the logistics while I handled the media,
Mm.
PR and so on. So we worked very well as a team. He handled the
Wow.
details while I handled more of media, the runners and so on, yeah, making them understand how what running is, the soul of running. Of course, we started from 2008, and somewhere around 2015, 2016, basically what happened is we noticed we were having already problems in the Skyway because the traffic was very bad already. It was terrible. And the Skyway owners were already kind of hinting that baka hindi na pwede tumakbo sa Skyway. So we
Oh.
decided, it was a good run. It was a good almost 8-9 years. So it's time to go and move on. Of course, my brother and I are still thinking of planning another Condura race soon. We were trying to look for new venues, etc. But with the Condura race, I'm just saying is I'm very grateful to everyone who have joined, and it's time to move on. But hopefully, maybe in the future, if we find another good venue, then we will.
Wow. Thank you. That's Condura Skyway Run is actually one of the most epic long distance running races, and my friend still talks about it up to now. Like how, and they said, the vibe was just incredible. It's unbelievable. The people cheer for them. I'm not sure if that's also in the plan that you plan that kind of atmosphere, or it just happened accidentally. I'm not sure. Would you like to tell me more about that?
Okay. Well, basically, when we decided to put the Condura Skyway Marathon, we wanted to be world class, something very similar to the New York City Marathon or the Tokyo Marathon. We wanted to be above everything else. Of course, it's very hard here in the Philippines because you need a major support in all the cities. Like I'll give you an example. In New York, when they have the New York Marathon, they closed everything. Everything is closed. The roads and so on.
Wow.
It's just basically for the runners. And in the Tokyo City Marathon, the same thing. The whole city is closed. It is really made for that event. Here in the Philippines, it's a little bit challenging. But we still try to keep that standard up by giving you the best race, perfect time, quality merchandise, etc. But most of all, to make you experience a world-class race. No, that was the ultimate goal.
Wow.
We put a lot of hard work there, sleepless nights. Sleepless nights. But at the end of the day, when we see people crossing the finish line, some of them were crying, some of them so happy, families cheering them on. That was the reward.
That's the best reward, right?
Reward, yeah, that was it.
Wow.
That was the best.
Yeah, and it's priceless, right? Nothing can ever, equate to that. It's just priceless.
Yes.
Right, we're moving on to, I call it fast five, because I'm just gonna ask a question and you can only answer but not elaborate on it. Would that be okay? So 5 questions and then just phrases or probably a sentence to answer it. Thank you. Okay, the first one is, when are you most proud of yourself?
When I'm with my kids.
Wow. Second question, what inspires you to better yourself?
This may sound corny, but love country. I'm sorry, it sounds corny.
No, it's not. It's not. We need people who are like you, who really genuinely cares about the country and its citizens. Question number 3: what mistake did you learn the most from?
Ooh, that's tough. Think before you act, because once you act and don't think, you may regret it the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's irreversible. Yeah,
irreversible.
Yeah, got that. Right, question number 4. What was the greatest day of your life?
2. I just have 2 greatest days. My first daughter born and my second daughter born. That's it.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow. Last question. I can't believe it's the last. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
I think, that's very tough. But maybe just one superpower is the power of just humility. It's the power of humility. Always be humble, because when you're humble, you give that energy of positivity, and everything else will fall in the proper place. That's what I've always.
I'm sorry, Patrick, but I couldn't accept that answer because I think you already have that power. Yeah, seriously. So I'm gonna ask you again. If you already have it, if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Oh, uh, I've never thought about that. But if I had one superpower, it's just basically I would strength. I guess strength, physically and emotionally. That's basically it.
Emotional and physical, yes, strength. Wow. Thank you so much, Patrick. It's
Thank you very much.
been
I
an
enjoyed it.
honor. Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Right.
I actually got so excited. I felt so happy when I received your message on Instagram. You said, I'm very excited about the interview, and it made all the difference. Yeah, for you
Thank
to,
you.
yeah, it's been an incredible honor to have you in my vlog. I know many people will be very inspired, uh, by hearing your words of wisdom.
Thank you.
Any last words, final words, or any sort of message or things that we didn't touch on that you want to say, or any message that you want to send the audience?
I think what message I want to say is being relative to the times right now. I know we're in a pandemic, and because of this pandemic, there are no races, etc. I don't see any races coming up till the year at least 2022. I mean,
Wow.
I think we have to be realistic. At least 2022 here in the Philippines, no? But also, there's so much restrictions now. You have to wear a mask. Now, my understanding, just yesterday, you have to wear a shield when you
Yeah.
run. I mean, ang daming restrictions, but still, don't make that an excuse not to run. That's how life is. Maraming obstacles yun. No races, wear a mask, wear a shield, etc. But even in spite of all of that, is try to do something to overcome these obstacles. That's how
Yes.
that's how life is.
Finding
Don't give up.
solutions. Yeah,
Find a
right.
solution. Don't give up. Do what you love. Make every day a better day. Don't make an excuse. That's the way I've always seen
Wow.
it. So always and always this may sound fun, but always pray to God. That I believe in. You know, He'll guide you along the way always.